The crime and the gangs and the drugs that have stolen too many lives and robbed our country of so much unrealized potential. This American carnage stops right here and stops right now.
You well remember that line from last Friday, and President Trump now specifically calling out Chicago. And the mayor, Rahm Emanuel, tweeting the following, quote, if Chicago doesn't fix the horrible carnage going on, 228 shootings in 2017 with 42 killings, up 24% from 2016, I will send in the feds. That's gotten some attention already. Marc Thiessen, Washington Post columnist, fellow at the American Enterprise Institute, and a Fox News contributor. Marc, good morning to you.
Good morning, Bill.
Apparently, the police, I'm fine, thank you. The police in Chicago say it's not 228 shootings, it's only 182. Wow. That phrase, Marc, American carnage, stuck out in the mainstream media last Friday in a way that I would argue no other line from that speech did. Can you tell us, as a man who deals with words, why that touched such a nerve?
Because it's what's happening. I mean, you know, people said, oh, Donald Trump is so dark because he talked about American carnage. How else do you describe what's happening in the city of Chicago today? I mean, here's some statistics about Chicago. In 2016, they saw a record 762 murders, which is a 57% increase over the previous year, which is the largest spike in 60 years. 3,550 shootings. That's an average of 10 a day, an increase of over 1,000 from the year before, and now they may not be at 228 shootings yet, but they're going to be soon. They're even off to a worse start in Chicago. President Trump said in his inaugural address, this American carnage stops right here and right now, and his tweet yesterday was a warning that he intends to follow through on that promise.
What is the mayor doing? Rahm Emanuel, he's had power for some time, Marc.
Yeah, he's been in office since 2011. And look, on Monday, he was on the airwaves while all this murder's taking place under his nose. He's on the airwaves criticizing Donald Trump. He said, quote, you didn't get elected to debate the crowd size at your inaugural. You got elected to make sure people have jobs and security. Well, with all respect, Mayor Emanuel didn't get elected to criticize Donald Trump. He got elected to provide security for the people of Chicago, and he's failing at his job.
Sean Spicer said the immediate concern for President Trump is to go after criminals who are here, those who are within our country and pose an immediate threat. But just come back to your first answer. I bring that phrase American carnage to your attention because many found it to be offensive. Did you?
Yeah. No, I didn't find it offensive. I mean, I thought it was a little bit stark for an inaugural address. It's unexpected, but it's what the reality is in a lot of these inner cities. And one of the things I think that got overlooked in Donald Trump's inaugural address, it was a 16-minute address, very short. He devoted an inordinate amount of time to the problems in our inner cities, and not just crime, but he talked about education and opportunities. He said mothers and children trapped in poverty in our inner cities. We're going to get people off of welfare, back to work, rebuilding our country. He said, when you open your heart to patriotism, there's no room for prejudice. Whether you're black or brown or white, we all bleed the same red blood of patriots. He really deeply cares about the struggles of the inner cities. You know, his address was directed to the forgotten Americans. And most people, when they hear about the forgotten Americans, they think about the white working class that voted for Donald Trump. But he described another group that didn't vote for him, which is the people in our inner cities. And he said, I'm going to fight for you. So I think it was actually a very uplifting address in that respect.
Just one more point.